Well, the hope, Coach, was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. I smell fear now.
First carry for Darius Geis. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 6-yard line. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Second down, Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's get it.
The Buccaneers' 47-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I can't do this.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, this is Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go. 50 to Pittsburgh. 54.
In your face.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Oh, spinning away. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Check 26, check 26, check. Check hot route, hot. Check 52.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Rip left. Check.
Now Jones. And And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 22, Jet, Palmer. 22, Jet, Palmer. Watch the whip.
Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 42 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. We're going to work at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Yo.
Back to throw here. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll say.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The offense retains possession.
Keep playing hard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Geis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out row. 54. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He finds Robinson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Game situation. Let's go. Slay weapon. Slam. Shit.
2nd and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you. Undercrush. Under crunch.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
56, check 56. Here we go, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Right there, 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. He's coming. Check 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. This is Lewis. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. Lewis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 51.
2nd and 6. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Tighten up.
They'll drop the throw. Open man is got it. It's complete. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 9, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Watch the safety creep. Check four, check four.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 951. Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Let's go, baby. Return up. Let's get that ball. Get that ball.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
16 yards. And the Redskin first down.
On the ground, it's Geis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, they're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Now a run with Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's good for 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that will shave one more off this lead. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On third down, it's Lewis.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 22.